Okay, welcome to Aaron Chrisman's screencast on Photopeach, fresh slideshows to go. This is a tool that enables one to create slideshows and then share them on multiple platforms, including Facebook and MySpace and some other ones. I'm going to quickly show you what standards are being met for my particular project. For my example, I'll show. It was standard in communication. Students understand and interpret the target language in its spoken and written form on a variety of topics. My project that I'll do with Photopeach will be creating a storybook kind of thing using a slideshow and captions that tell a story. The next standard it fulfills is students present information, concepts, and ideas to an audience of listeners or readers on a wide variety of topics in the target language. And third, students demonstrate knowledge and understanding of another people's way of life and the relationship between their patterns of behavior and the underlying beliefs and values that guide and shape their lives. So we're back to Photopeach. You've seen the standards. What I'll use to fulfill that is a story that I've created using photos from Madagascar. Not very surprising, but and it's going to be written in English for the sake of the audience of the screencast, in case you don't speak that language. It'll be a little clearer to understand what I'm doing with the project. But in the French class, it would obviously be written in French, and the students would answer questions or narrate or whatever they're going to do with it in French also in the target language. Okay, so for our purposes, we're going to run through a few of the steps that you're going to take to create a slideshow. And so we're going to upload photos. Bring these down for you to see. These are just some of my own photos that I had out, and well, I can just pick a few just for the sake of example. And oh, how about a boat? Okay. It'll upload them. It's quite quick, depending on your connection speed. And it'll come out looking like this. If you don't want the pictures, you can simply drag them over to like such, put them in your deleted item and let it go and get rid of that, but we want all three for our purposes. And you can also retrieve pictures from your Facebook or Picasa site. I'd rather not, so I just took them right off my hard drive. So once you have the photos you want for your particular slideshow you put next, you have the option to add a title. I'll just call it landscapes or something like that. I'm not really sure. This is just for example. And you can choose the speed with which you want your slideshow to play, because I find 3 is probably pretty good. Description, I don't know, photos of a boat. Something like that. Now, for your background music, they have random music, ambient music, classical music, or you can search YouTube, which I did for my project, and you can see here I've already searched for Malagasy music, which is a style of Madagascar. So I looked up this Mahaleo, Malagasy band. It'll find them. You can choose any of them. How about this? And you see a little preview. Now, I know you guys can't hear that, but you can hear the audio. And control the volume. See if you like it. If you do, you just click finish, or you can upload some music of your own from your own MP3 or iPod or anything like that. So we're finished at the moment, and it'll go ahead and play with the title screen already set up, and the description, photos of a boat, etc. Should be boats, I suppose, and mountains. If you don't like what you see, you can edit it right here. You can choose what you want to edit, and we wanted to edit the caption actually, since it's not all photos of a boat, such as this one. You would click on this and input your text, mountains, in the morning. Something like that. You can also add blank slides if you so choose, such like this, and type something in there if you like. And you can also duplicate a slide and create it next to it like such. But we don't need those two, so I'm going to delete them. Now, what I really like about this is the opportunity to make a quiz. So, as you'll see in my story, I made a quiz on the content of the story, some questions that made them think about what they read about, and obviously this would all be in a target language, so it's the questions that I made up were startlingly simple. So we'll show you how this works here. Quiz. It'll create a slide. After your slideshow is finished, this will come up with sound effects and everything. So the question, if you want to ask, would be, I don't know, what color is the boat? Or something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be a right answer. For our purposes, it's just an example. And you could put blue, white, or yellow. And then you choose which one is the correct answer. So if we preview it, let's just say it's blue for our intents and purposes. We'll watch our slideshow. What color is the boat? And as you can tell, I should have put the quiz on my first slide, and I didn't. I put it on top of the mountains, but you can see it. It gives you 5 seconds to answer, so it could be a little game the students play at the end. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So I'm going to edit my caption and photos, I do believe it is. I want to get rid of that and put it on there. So if you want your quiz to be on this, you could put your quiz on this and say, what color is the boat? And fill in your answers. And let's just say it's purple. We'll try that again. And you could slow down the speed if you so felt like, to give the students a little bit more time. So you could have an immediate feedback concerning the slide. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one. I also wanted to add that you can see the little video or the YouTube clip playing down here in the corner, which you can control at any time. So if you want the music to end prematurely or whatever, you can just pause it here. So it doesn't have to be strictly tied to the slideshow permanently. So here the slideshow is played through, and at the end comments can be made and posted if this was online already, which it is not. I have not uploaded it to any site, which could be Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, and email, embedded in a blog, which is what I'm going to attempt to do when I'm finished, and download the show. And so I've shown you how to create a quick slideshow, some of the features, and now we're going to look at what I did for the little project for use in the classroom. Now, it's called Little Josephine's Adventure. I put this together quite quickly. Now the intent of this is, like I mentioned before, this is to be in French. So all the English you see would be written in French. It would be set up for, well, I wouldn't actually be making the story. I might make an example story for them. Then hopefully the students would learn the software, learn the program, and be able to create little storybooks of their own to present to the class, and probably with one of those neat little quizzes at the end of each, so students could play the quiz and perhaps even have teams, or just to see if their colleagues paid attention, and that kind of stuff. It will also elicit conversation in the target language. So if we want to watch this. There's a storyline scrolling on the bottom. And obviously the photos somewhat are related to the scrolling story. So it's a very simple story, and it actually is not very exciting, but it's just for the sake of example. Not very realistic. But actually this would be a nice little project for kids to do in a second language. If they didn't want to use real photos, they could take pictures of their drawings or something they made specifically for a story they had in mind, and then uploaded it, and then got the pictures from another platform. Very simple, very short. Could be much longer. And then the quiz comes in at the end, and all this information is contained in the scrolling story. Excuse me. This very same thing could be done by the instructor, the teacher, at the end, orally, I suppose, but I think it adds a little bit of Jeopardy-like excitement, or game show-like excitement, with all the bells and whistles and it tests their comprehension also. And there you have it. And it automatically sets up a scrolling credit slide for you, complete with the music you've uploaded. And here we go again for the comments for your friends, or from your friends, or for your friends actually. You can like it, you can post it, or you can just share it in class, or whatever you so choose. And so there you see, I added a Creative Commons license under it, which can be accessed at the home page or on your projects page, and added as a last slide. So I hope you enjoyed this screencast. Please do use Photopeach in your instruction.